Good morning once again, and welcome back to the second session, second lecture today. As we are discussing about the purpose of a CRM, we already discussed about the first 4 points, and we are going to discuss now the remaining 4 points. 2 points. The first point is help a business to keep the customer. The second purpose is the main focus on customer relationships. The third point says it saves the times and increases the profit. Number 4, it helps the business to understand what it needs to do to get more customers. Now, point number 5. CRM helps to reduce the cost by managing costly complaints. The most important department of every company is customer relationship management department. Why? दोस्तों, there is a chance we are getting a complaint from the customer. No company is 100% perfect, including Microsoft and Google. There is always a chance that company may fail, may make some mistakes which needs to improvise. अगर हम ऐसा मान के चले कि हम कभी मिस्टेक नहीं करने वाले या मेरी कंपनी कभी कोई गलती नहीं कर सकती, तो समझ जाना कि तुम बहुत बड़ा नुकसान करने वाले हो. You have to change your thought, you have to change your mind, you have to change the way you are dealing with. You have to change everything. Sometimes a small complaint can lead to a big problem. You are not supposed to ignore any complaints. Even you are receiving a small complaint, it needs to be redressed properly, addressed properly. If you are not addressing the complaint of the customer by saying कि क्या फर्क पड़ता है, ये कस्टमर जाएगा तो क्या हो जाएगा, it means you are making a big mistake. And that mistake may cause you a huge loss also. So reduce cost by managing costly complaints and finding out what services are useless for the customer. Useless services. See, sometimes we are putting efforts on the area where it is not required. कभी कभी हम ऐसी जगह पे हमारी एनर्जी इस्तेमाल करते हैं जहां पे जरूरी नहीं है. For example, company has a branch in all over the Mumbai. In Ghatkopar, in Kurla, the number of customer coming is different. For example, in Ghatkopar, we are having a 5,000 customer, and in Kurla, we are having a 3,000 customer. The staff member in Ghatkopar is 50, and the staff member in Kurla is also 50. Try to understand. What you have to do, you have to shift some staff, at least 500 to 100,000, to the Ghatkopar branch from the Kurla branch, because in Ghatkopar branch, the number of customers are more. So you try to reduce the services at the Kurla branch because there are the customer who are coming over there are less as compared to the customer who are coming in the Ghatkopar. And if you are facing a problem in the Ghatkopar में ये problem आप face कर रहे हो कि यहाँ पे customer की भीड़ ज्यादा होती है, हम सर्विस कम दे पा रहे हैं. So you have to shift. So ultimately you have to make such kind of arrangement where all customer will be equally treated. ऐसा ना हो कि घटकोपर ब्रांच में बेटर सर्विस है, कुर्ला ब्रांच में सर्विस नहीं है, समथिंग लाइक दैट. द मैसेज शुड नॉट गो. ऐसा कोई भी रॉन्ग इंप्रेशन लोगों के ऊपर ना जाए, कस्टमर के ऊपर ना जाए. कस्टमर शुड फील इक्वल इम्पोर्टेंट व्हेन दे विल गो टू द कुर्ला ब्रांच और दे विल गो टू द घटकोपर ब्रांच. So try to minimize the disturbance in the minds of the customer. The more the customer is balanced, more the customer is stable, more the customer is happy with us, there is a more chance he will not leave us and he will bring more customers. So reduce cost by managing costly complaints and finding out what services are useless for the customers. Finding out, go to search, कहाँ पे हम मिस्टेक कर रहे हैं, क्या कस्टमर को नहीं चाहिए फिर भी हम दे रहे हैं, क्यों अननेसेसरीली कस्टमर को हम प्रेशराइज कर रहे हैं. Then help a company figure out if its product is working. Very important point. Help a company to analyze, figure out if its product is working and ultimately increases the profit or not. Very important. You are running a product, you are running a business, you are running lot of initiative, but at the same time, it is necessary to check whether the product is really working. चल रहा है मार्केट में, लोग really खरीद रहे हैं या नहीं खरीद रहे हैं. What exactly the status? अल्टीमेटली ये प्रोडक्ट अपने को कोई प्रॉफिट लाके दे रहा है या नहीं दे रहा है, चेक करना चाहिए. Just to keep the product, just to sell for the selling purpose you are selling, not getting anything out of it, then what is the use? Escape the product, leave the product, keep the product aside. So these 2 points are very important for customer relationship management. It reduces the cost by managing the costly complaint. Don't ignore any complaint. Even a small complaints need to be addressed in a given time. Once you will address the complaint properly, the customer will definitely keep relation with you. Even आपने उसको गलत प्रोडक्ट दे दिया था, कंप्लेंट आ गया, लेकिन कंप्लेंट सोल्व भी किया, ये जरूरी है. अगर सोल्व नहीं करेंगे, उसको एड्रेस नहीं करेंगे, उसका डाउट रह जाएगा, उसको विश्वास नहीं रहेगा, तो फिर वो नहीं आएगा. वो दूसरों को भी बोलेगा कि डोंट गो बिकॉज कंपनी इज नॉट सॉल्विंग आवर इश्यू. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सेलिंग द रॉन्ग प्रोडक्ट and at the same time when we are complaining nobody is answering. So it is necessary to resolve it, to give a positive solution to it. This will help you to maintain a long-term relation with the customers. And another thing what the last point says is help a company to figure out its product is working, really it is adding to the profit of the company. इससे कंपनी का सच में प्रॉफिट बढ़ रहा है, ये प्रोडक्ट से कंपनी को फायदा हो रहा है, या फिर हम ऐसे ही चला रहे हैं. Why we are running a product, why we are selling a product? Once the product is not being applicable, nobody is accepting it, then why company is behind the product? So just to keep the relationship, it doesn't mean you can sell anything. You have to sell what customer want, then only आपको वही बेचना है जो कस्टमर को चाहिए, तब ही आप कस्टमर से लॉन्ग टर्म रिलेशनशिप बना सकते हो. अपने बना के रखा है, इतना सारा माल पड़ा है, जैसे जैसे बेच दो, क्या हो जाएगा? तो you will have a negative publicity in the market. Slowly, gradually, customers start stopping to purchase from you. So these are the purpose why we need to do the CRM. In examination, they may ask a question, what is the meaning of CRM and what are the purpose of CRM? Then comes CRM cycle. Very important. How customer relationship management works. कैसे काम करता है CRM? There are 4 phases to the customer life cycle. The 4 phases include marketing, customer acquisition, relationship management, and loss or churn, 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 loss, nuksan. Again, I am repeating the phases of a customer life cycle. The first time the company interact with the customer is during the marketing. After marketing, customer acquisition, customer आए, customer ने product purchase किया, हमारे customer बने. Now the things start how to maintain the relation with the customer, how to maintain a long-term relation with the customer. And sometime a day will come, we have to lose the customer. Maybe because some other company is producing the better product than us. Maybe because we fail to maintain the healthy relation with the customer. Now choice we have to make. We have to understand whether it is our mistake or whether it is a mistake of customer in choosing us. So the 4 phase, the phase number 1 is marketing, where you are meeting the customer, where you are trying to convince the customer to buy the product of the company. The first phase is marketing phase. What exactly the marketing phase? The marketing part of the customer life cycle is when messages are sent to the target market to attract the prospective customer. Prospective customer को अपने तक लाने के लिए जो हम करते हैं is a marketing. This is the first phase in the customer life cycle, where company tries to make customer aware about the product, educate about the product. Now it is a choice of a customer whether to buy the product or not. So the second phase in the customer life cycle comes is a customer acquisition. It means here you have to convert the prospective buyer into actual customer. Those who are prospect, those who are eager to buy, those who are interested to buy, those who are in a need to buy the product, but they are thinking, but now the stage has come where you have to convert the potential into actual. जो सिर्फ सोच रहे थे कि मुझे ये कंपनी का प्रोडक्ट खरीदना है, now they are buying actually. It is customer acquisition. The next phase in customer acquisition, which means prospects become customer when they place an order. यहाँ पे हमें order मिल रहा है. We are confirming the order. We are making the client fix. So in CRM cycle, the first phase is marketing. The second phase is customer acquisition. The third phase is the relationship management and loss, churn, CHURN, where customer is going to leave us. But as a company, you can also gain the customer, maintain the customer, even those customers who has made their mind to leave you, by effective presentation with them, effective dealing with them. So the second and the third phase of the customer life cycle is relationship management. The third stage in relationship management is when Resale process is increases the value of existing customer. Try to understand, whenever we are purchasing a product, we are always observing that whether this product, if I will resell, I will get the value or not. इसको resell करूंगा तब मुझे उसका value मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा. You have to confirm it, then purchase. It is very necessary that you must get the value of your product. At least resale value should be in a proper way. So the third stage is relationship management. Relationship management is when resale processes increases the value of existing customers. For example, if somebody is trying to sell a car of Maruti, the person is getting a good value of it. Why? How? Because Maruti is a brand. That is what the brand comes into the picture. The branding is very important about the product, and accordingly people will get the resale value. And the customer, even after selling your product to some other party, feels better कि इसीलिए मैंने ये कंपनी का प्रोडक्ट खरीदा क्योंकि उसका रीसेल वैल्यू अच्छा है. Then comes the loss or a churn. The end stage of a customer life cycle is loss or a churn, when inevitably in time a company may lose customer. A time will come, the situation is as such arises, the customer is going to lose. The company then needs to decide, have to come up with some policy, have to come up with some plan, strategy. Which those customers are of most valued, इसमें से कितने ऐसे कस्टमर थे जो बहुत सालों से है and valued कस्टमर है, and try to win back their business. You can bring them back. You can plan, you can frame a different policy. What happens, because of change, because of you are bringing some new policy, because of you are trying to change the situation, there is a chance that existing customer may feel bad and not able to purchase from you because of you have a changed setup. And immediately this old customer will think of leaving the company, not to purchase from them. Now this is the right time where you can take a proper step and talk to them, approach them, call a meeting, speak individually and ask them what exactly the problem they are having, and you must have immediate solution to it if you want to maintain this lot of the customer. Otherwise you will lose them. You already lost. चले गए हैं वो आपके पास से, and they already made their mind to purchase from another company. And from that mindset, you have to bring them back. You have to ask them which area or which things hurted you lot. कौन से बात पे आपको बुरा लगा है कंपनी में? Maybe there may be a chance of a misunderstanding. ऐसा भी हो सकता है. So you have to ask them, you have to deal with them. Otherwise, the customer has made their mind to go to the another company. So this is the basic phases of the customer life cycle. Again, I'm repeating. The first stage is marketing. The second stage you studied is about customer acquisition. The third stage is relationship management. And the fourth stage is loss. So these are the four phases of a customer life cycle. In the first phase, company tries to approach the customer by offerings, message, email, YouTube, digital platform, any kind of a digital platform, company tries to reach the customer. The second stage is customer purchases the product, acquisition of a product. They become a customer. Now it is our duty to develop a relationship, enhance the relationship, appreciate their efforts, bring them together, ask them what they want, and try to clarify everything. And at this moment, after purchasing our product, the customer should say proudly कि अच्छा हुआ मैंने ये कंपनी का प्रोडक्ट खरीदा. I am getting a good return on it. Even I am reselling it, I am getting a good amount in a resale because the product is a good company product and a branded product. Try to understand how the things are working, how the customer is doing the things. And the fourth stage comes is a loss or a churn. The end stage of a customer life cycle is loss or churn when inevitably a company may lose customers. Now, as a company, you have to decide which lost customers are most valued and try to win back their business. कोशिश करो कि इनको वापस हम गेन करें, वापस हम आगे बढ़े. So I hope this topic is also very, very clear to you. Yes or no? If you are able to understand, you understood this topic, say yes or no in the chat box. So I can go ahead with another last area of the session today. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, last thing of the today's session we are going to discuss is about importance of CRM. Previously, we studied about the purposes of CRM. Then we studied about the phases of customer life cycle. Now we are studying about the importance of customer relationship management. The first point says, let me read each point first so I can explain you in a better way. Identify customer needs. Number 2, helps in rediscovering the customer and understanding him. Point number 3, identify strong and weak points of suppliers. Point number 4, provide feedback to the supplier on his total operation. The next feedback is provide feedback and new information on customer. So these are the 5 points which we have to understand as an importance of CRM. In examination, they are asking many times about this. What is CRM and what are the importance of CRM? The first importance is identify customer needs. You know the definition of the marketing. Marketing is a management process of identifying, anticipating, and satisfying customers' requirement profitably. मैं फिर से रिपीट करता हूं. Marketing is a management process of identifying, anticipating, and satisfying the customer's requirement profitably. एक ऐसा मैनेजमेंट प्रोसेस है मार्केटिंग जहां पे we have to find out what customer wants, what customer desire, what is the need of the customer, what is the requirement of the customer. So marketing is a management process of identifying customer needs. Identify, anticipate, and satisfy customers' requirement profitably. To identify means what? To search. You are not supposed to produce what you want or what you like You are supposed to produce what customer wants, what customer likes. You are supposed to produce what customer requires. You will not be able to satisfy the customer until and unless you will not produce what customer requires. So accordingly, you have to understand, accordingly, you have to deal, accordingly, you have to find out the reasons. So if you want to satisfy the customer, first thing is that you have to identify the customer needs. Exactly customer को क्या चाहिए वो जान. The second point says helps in rediscovering the customer. Try to understand this. It helps in rediscovering, discovering, rediscovering the customer. डिस्कवर करना, सर्च करना, ढूंढ के लाना, शोध करना, फाइंड आउट करना कस्टमर को. But when we say rediscover, it is a different meaning. For example, you are planning to make your career in defense. Okay. But the government is claim a circular, you will not be enter into the defense if you are a commerce or arts students. You will able to enter into the defense only if you are a science students. It means जो आपका डिफेंस में जाने का जो मन था वो खत्म हो गया क्योंकि क्या हो गया गवर्नमेंट ने रूल चेंज कर दिया. And today now we have decided I want to enter into the banking sector. So पहले जब भी हमने डिस्कवर किया था that time you have a choice to enter into the defense. Now when again we are asking you after some time or after a year or 2 years, you are saying you want to enter into the banking stream. Now see the change. Previously you are interested into the defense. Now you are interested into the banks. It means we need to rediscover the customer. We need to rediscover what exactly the needs of the customer. क्या customer की need बदल तो नहीं गई है? क्या customer की need competitor प्रोड्यूस तो नहीं कर रहा है? हमारे से वो चला तो नहीं जाएगा? So what we have to do now? We have to find out, we have to discover the customer again. That is what rediscovering the customer and understanding the customer. Right now what customer expects. क्या चाहिए कस्टमर को, कैसे कंप्लीट करेंगे हम. सो अगर आपने ऐसे मान के चले कि वो कस्टमर को तो यही चाहिए, ये दे देंगे तो वो खुश हो जाएगा, नहीं चलेगा. यू हैव टू रीडिस्कवर अगेन एंड अगेन. यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द नीड वी हैव टू फुलफिल. दैट इज द रीडिस्कवरी ऑफ कस्टमर नीड्स. देन कम्स आइडेंटिफाई strong and weak points of a supplier. I am talking about the supplier. On the contrary, you have to do a SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis. SWOT, SWOT analysis. What it is? Strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. चार चीजें हैं जो आपको समझनी चाहिए कोई भी एरिया में, especially while dealing with the customer also and especially while choosing the supplier. आप कहां से रॉ मटेरियल लाते हो वो भी बहुत मैटर करता है. The source of raw material, कहां से लाते हो आप, from where you are bringing the raw material. Because if a raw material is not proper, your finished goods will never be proper. You need to have a proper raw material. So what exactly you need to do? You have to find out, you have to take a review, you have to check what are the strong point and what are the weak point. For example, you are bringing a quality raw material, you are bringing a producing a quality product. Everything you are doing the best, perfect करते हो आप. But your wholesaler, your retailer, your dealer, your distributor are not supplying the goods properly. मार्केट तक आपके गुड्स को बराबर से पहुंचने नहीं देते हैं, तो आपका अच्छे प्रोडक्ट बनाने का फायदा क्या? क्या फायदा? There is no use. So what is expected? You have to identify a strong and weak point of supplier. अगर आप कंपनी है और आप ऐसा कह देंगे मैंने तो इधर से बेच दिया है, अभी इधर से बेच दिया, अब कस्टमर जाने क्या करने का है, तो चलेगा? किसका नुकसान होने वाला है? कंपनी का. Who is going to lose? Company, because company is not taking care till the end user. कस्टमर तक पहुंचने के बाद भी, कस्टमर उसको यूज करने के बाद भी कैसा रिव्यू देता है, यहां तक कंपनी को सोचना चाहिए. आप ऐसे हाथ ऊपर करके बैठ नहीं सकते. अब होलसेलर को जो करना है करे, रिटेलर को जो करना है करे. नो, यू शुड नॉट. ऑन द कंट्रारी, यू हैव टू सी कि जो तुम्हारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है वो बराबर हो रहा है कि नहीं. इसीलिए तो हमें फाइंड आउट करना जरूरी है. व्हाट आर द स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट एंड व्हाट आर द वीक पॉइंट. कौन से पॉइंट पे हम आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं इनके साथ काम, और कहां पे उनको इंप्रोवाइज करने को बोल सकते हैं. वी हैव टू चेंज द माइंडसेट ऑफ द पीपल. So you have to identify the strong point as well as the weak point of the supplier. Then only you will be in a position to deal with the other products, and then only you will be able to keep the relation with them. Again, I'm little extending my point to this. Supplier and retailer are ultimately customer to us, क्योंकि वो तो हमारे से खरीदते, वो लोग किसी और को बेचते. So it is our duty also to take care of them. We have to tell them what are the strong point you have, what are the weakness you are having. We have to guide them on improvising their business, because ultimately they are the people who are meeting the customer directly in the market. If our wholesaler or retailer are of having a weaknesses or some negative points, it is our duty to improvise it, because ultimately they are selling our product. They are representing us as a company. So that we have to take care about. Then comes provide a feedback to the supplier on his total operations. Feedback is very, very necessary. Until and unless you are not taking a feedback of whatever you are doing, you will never, never, never improve. There is nothing harm if somebody says something about you, because once the people says good, who appreciates you, likes it. But as soon as the people start saying a negative point of view, you will start feeling bad. But you must have a guts, you must have a quality, you must have a capacity to listen. What are my negative qualities? Because this negative quality, early you know, more you will improve, better you will improve, better you will perform. So try to understand. You have to find out the feedback, and accordingly you have to act upon the total operation of the business. Feedback is a must, because from the feedback only you will get a new opportunities. जो आपने नहीं सोचा था वो कस्टमर ने सोचा है, because कस्टमर पे मास्टर है. उसको उसके प्रोडक्ट का कैसा वैल्यू चाहिए वो कस्टमर डिसाइड करेगा, or accordingly we get some information and we will change. The last point says provide feedback and a new information on competitors. It is your duty to take care of what is going on in the market. आपका फर्ज बनता है कि कंटिन्यूअसली आप चेक करते रहो कि व्हाट इज कॉम्पिटिटर्स प्लान, व्हाट इज कॉम्पिटिटर स्ट्रेटेजी, व्हाट इज कॉम्पिटिटर स्टैंड, व्हाट इज कॉम्पिटिटर्स व्यू, व्हाट इज कॉम्पिटिटर न्यू पॉलिसीज, न्यू डिसीजंस, and you have to work accordingly as per the competitor's requirement. You have to provide the feedback and new information to on competitors. क्या नया करने वाला है? क्योंकि once you will be not in a touch of what is effective in the market, and जरूरी नहीं कि you have only one competitor. There are many competitors, and everybody is trying to increase their market shares. कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग मेरे पास खरीदे, वैसा हर एक लोग सोचते हैं। आपको क्या करना चाहिए? आपको ये सारे लोगों के ऊपर ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि what exactly they are trying to sell, whether they are selling better product than me. तो आज शायद आप अपने कस्टमर को नहीं जाने देंगे, लेकिन जब कस्टमर को समझ में आ जाएगा कि मैं जो कंपनी से प्रोडक्ट खरीद रहा हूं उससे बेहतर प्रोडक्ट तो वो कंपनी में मिल रहा है, तो तेरे पास कभी नहीं आएगा। So then you will have to lose their customers. So how to maintain, to take a feedback, to take a review and new information on competitor कि वो नया क्या कर रहा है, नया कौन सा प्रोडक्ट बनाने वाला है, नया कौन सा स्कीम लाने वाला है, नया कौन सा एडवर्टाइज देने वाला है। Accordingly, as per the competitor's strategy, you have to decide your strategy. As per the competitors' plans, policies, as per the competitors' product, services, you have to decide your own, because you have to maintain and increase your customers. And definitely, if the customer is getting some better product, better services, better schemes, offers, or maybe the discounts, कहीं और मिल रहा है, then they will continue with you. कौन सा बेस पे? सिंपल बात है। They will not pay you more until and unless you will not give them more. They will not maintain a relation with you until and unless you are giving what exactly the trend in the market. मार्केट में जो चल रहा है वैसा अगर आप नहीं देंगे तो आपके पास नहीं टिकेंगे. So the two thing again I would like to mention, you have to remember whenever it comes to the customer relationship management, there are two challenges. Number one, how to maintain the existing customer. अभी हमारे कस्टमर को कैसे मेंटेन रखें. नंबर टू, how to increase the customer कैसे बढ़ाया गया. I hope you understood the session properly. I hope you understood the lesson properly. If you understood it properly, say yes in the chat box. We are stopping here. Thank you very much.